Hi, and welcome to SimpleSpiritualityPH. Now, for those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Regine. I am an intuitive, manifesting tarot reader. I'm a Reiki healer and an overall lightworker. So before we dive into today's episode, I would like to invite everyone who would like to receive notifications of my new videos to please hit the subscribe button below. If you like this video later on, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments, suggestions, you want to say, hey, just comment down below. And if you would like your very own tarot reading or Reiki healing session with me, online for now, of course, here are the details. Alrighty, so let's get to the meat of the video. Now, I would just like to tell you that as I'm filming this, there is actually a typhoon going on outside the four walls of my house. It's not a simple typhoon. It's actually a very, it's a very strong typhoon, and all my walls have windows, and they're all down. So you'll probably hear the swooshing of the wind. So yeah, you'll hear that every now and then. But that's how strong it is, basically. So yes, so today's episode is really all about negativity. Now, I know that I have so many videos about negativity, and that is because I think that we're not actually understanding what negativity is, what its role is in our life, and how we can actually utilize it, so to speak. Now, yes, negativity is something that you don't want in your life. Negativity is basically negative thoughts, emotions, any experience that you deem as negative, you've assigned the meaning as negative to. That is a negative thing. That is a negative thing. And so what really we need to do, first and foremost, what we need to do with negativity is to just accept it. First and foremost, okay, so this is step one. Whenever you experience something negative, don't try to fight too hard against it. So what does this mean? This is not to say to be a slave to it. This is not to say treat yourself like something is happening to you. Treat yourself like negativity is out to get you, is out to punish you, or anything of that sort. None of that. And this is also not to say that you can't do anything about it when it comes to when it comes to dealing with it, with negativity. And this is because remember that everything that happens to us is a manifestation. We manifest from the day we are born into this world, and we will manifest until we physically leave our bodies. And so everything, positive, negative, neutral, everything that happens to us has had to come from us as well, including negativity. So this is the reason why I say that whenever you experience negativity, the first thing to do really is to just kind of like sit down and say, okay, this is what happened. I really don't like it. I really don't like the crap that has happened here, but it's happened. And I know that somehow I created it somewhere in my little mind, in my little, world. I brought this about. Maybe I thought about it in passing. I didn't revise it, and then it came to pass here in the 3D world. So that's what I mean by first and foremost accepting it. Don't try to all of a sudden, push against the grain, because you're just going to be met with an opposite and equal reaction. So once you've had that down, once you've had that kind of stage down where you've experienced it, you've already kind of accepted it meaning that it's already happened, and you've already realized that you did create it somehow. I mean, let's be honest about that. After that is where you can really now utilize it for its true purpose. The true purpose of negativity, or as Abraham Hicks calls it, contrast. The true purpose of experiencing something that you don't want is for you to be able to get clearer and clearer to what you do want, you know? It's kind of like if you've ever tried baking a very difficult kind of pastry, let's say, for example, macarons or a souffle, you know, there are very few people who get it right on the first time, especially if you're a beginner. You know, you have to go through so many kind of prototypes and so many kinds of results until you finally get that one perfect macaron that you like, or that one souffle that really like stood up and held its shape and the air, and it's still so light and fluffy even after hours, you know. So you'll go through so many of those before you get to the perfect one. It's the exact same thing when you ask for something. It's the exact same thing when you either consciously or even unconsciously manifest something. You will go through so many prototypes until you finally get to that one model, that one manifestation that is perfect for you. Okay? So the negativity is actually not a failure in that sense. It is not you being, it is not telling you that you are not spiritual enough. It is not telling you that you are a failure. It is not telling you that you aren't you aren't doing things right. You know, it's actually the feedback system. It's telling you where you are right now so that you can get to where you want to be. You know, similar to the baking thing, similar to to baking the macarons, or similar to baking the souffle again. Along the way, along the process of all of those failed or negative prototypes, you will gather more and more information that will really streamline you to the thing that you actually want, that will give you more clarity about what you want, that will give you more certainty about what you really want. And there's some funky lighting going on, but that's okay. So in reality, negativity is not really all that bad. So don't use it. Don't use it don't use it as reason, rather, to spiral down. That's not what it's for. That's not its purpose. Negativity is there to help you refine more. It is your feedback system. It is like the scientific method. If you're, let's go back to our grade school days. It's like the scientific method of testing and gaining feedback. And then if it's still imperfect, then we can just test again and again and again and again until we get what we want, until we become the spiritual person that we want, the versions of ourselves that we want, until we get the manifestation that we want. Okay? So the second part in all of that is really to utilize negativity for what it was made for. It is a feedback system. It is not meant to punish you or bring you down. It does feel that way, not gonna lie, right? Whenever we experience something we don't want, it's really crap. And it's something that you really don't want in your life. But that is not the purpose of it. The purpose is really not to make you feel bad. That's just a byproduct of it. That's really just like a side effect, an after effect of it. The purpose of negativity is for you to gather information so that you can refine what you really want next. Okay? So whenever you do feel negative, first and foremost, again, accept it. And in this acceptance stage, oh, there's a cat looking at my window. I wish you guys could see. But first and foremost, just do accept it. I mean, accept that this is what's happened. Yes, it did happen. And yes, I did manifest it, you know. And yes, I can change it. And then the next step is how? By using that exact thing that came up to really refine and clarify and get you to a place of better clarity, better certainty about what you want to experience next, what you want to manifest next. All right. And what you feel that you are still lacking, you know, because some people aren't really, they don't consciously manifest, and that's perfectly fine. Especially if you're already living a great life, you don't really need to fine tune or consciously manifest so much, or revise so much, so to speak. But even if you're not consciously manifesting, even if it's just you wanting to get to a place of better spirituality and you wanting to be a better version of yourself, and you're seeing all these road bumps, all these negative situations, these negative things happening to you, all these negative experiences just coming at you like it's next week, But whenever that happens, you can also use this process, the process of acceptance, in terms of like a GPS, that this is where you are, this is what happened, okay, good, fine, I created it. Next, what's next? Okay, and the second step of actually using the negativity for what it's meant for, just a feedback system. Yes, you can cry it out. Yes, you can feel really, really bad about it when it does happen. But when you move on to the step of using that negativity, make sure that you are able as well to leave those negative emotions behind. They're not going to help you, so to speak. They're not going to make you live in the wish fulfilled, as Neville Goddard does say. They're not going to speed things up for you. If you are a conscious manifester, they're not going to help you form the better version of yourself if you're trying to be more spiritual, or even the better version of yourself, Let's say, for example, that you want a better body, and the negative side for you is you keep running into junk food. So, and you strongly believe that eating healthily is the way to go. Negativity, going back to negativity would be like just to constantly eat junk food and junk food and junk food, but still believing that healthy food is the way to go. So if you do that, then that's not. It's going to take you a long time, basically. All right. So I've rambled on, but the point being is, don't fear negativity. Instead, use it. It is a tool that you can use, and you are the person using that. Negativity is not using you. It's not punishing you. It's not something that is happening to you. It is just a feedback system. Make it as scientific as you can. Make it as logical as you can, so that it's easier to grasp, so that it's easier actually to dissolve the negativity, whatever it is that's happening to you, whatever negative thing you're thinking, feeling, believing in, focusing on. And that'll really, really help you along the way of your spiritual journey, along the way of of attaining the better version of yourself. And if you're a conscious manifester, that'll really, really, really help you too with consciously manifesting the things that you want. I know that it's helping me as well. That kind of mindset. And I'm all those three. So yeah, I hope you like this video. I hope it was relevant to you. And if you did like it, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments or suggestions you want to say, hey, just comment down below. If you would like to receive notifications of my new videos, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you would like your very own tarot reading or Reiki healing session with me, online for now course, here are the details. And I will see you guys next time. Stay happy, stay healthy, and yes, ciao for now.